So how do you practice your passing all on your own with a bit of creativity? You need to set up a little drill. I've set one up here, which I'm going to use in this example, which I think is really beneficial for lots of different things. And I always say train like you play. So one of the things I did as a young professional, and it was a complete waste of time, we'd train in the morning, we'd then have our lunch, and then I thought I was having a great attitude going out in the afternoon trying to develop my game. But all I'd do was stand 30 yards away from a teammate and we'd clip balls back and forth, and that would be it. And at that level that we were at, it was never going to do anything because it was too comfortable and we wasn't making it game specific. Train like you play. So I want you to come away from maybe hitting a ball at a wall over and over again. There is a place for that. It's not a waste of time, but you can train and get so much more out of your individual practices than just striking a ball at a wall and waiting for it to come back. Because if you're doing that, I strike the ball, great, and then I'm weighting heavy, I get into bad habits, I have a touch that can just be directed more or less anywhere and it will set something up. And it's not going to help you when you're going into your training and your match environments. What we want to do is have really intense little practices where we're training something specific like passing in this video, but which also incorporate different things that you'll be doing in your matches. It's very rare that you'll get the ball in a match, like my example about hitting the ball against the wall, where I'll watch it slowly, I'm heavy, 30 yards, in it comes, I have a touch, I've got no movement, and then I just strike it unopposed. It hardly ever happens, so you can't really transfer it to your match. Whereas something like this that I'm about to show you, which is really simple, you can transfer it straight from the training pitch into your matches. And I've got a triangle, so 3 cones, something to bounce the ball off, so I've got a rebounder, and then I've got a goal over there, because even though it's passing, I need something to collect the ball. So I'm not shooting, I'm just going to look to drill. I'm working on a drilled pass. Now you can change that. You could do the drill, and if you wanted to mix it up, you could work on a lofted pass or a disguised pass or a low drive or a knee high, whatever you want, okay? But first of all, we'll do the drill. So I take a football from the cluster. I'm going to play a short pass. I think I do 3 short passes in the drill, possibly 2, I can't remember, we'll soon find out. But as soon as I passed it, I'm looking to get into a good position, because after the first pass, I'm going to go to one of the corner cones. I've decided to go here, so I'm straight into good habits. I want to receive the ball facing the way I'm about to travel, so I've got a nice open body. So if we watch that again, I'm even going to try and flick a scanner. You might see my eyes just flick this way just to check the space. So I play to receive here, then I'm off around the corner cone. I go up around here to the top of the triangle, then I'm playing another pass. So I play in, flick my eyes and open my body, going around the opposite corner to come round. Okay, 3rd little pass I was right, and then on this one I'm setting up my bigger pass to go and strike at my target, which is the goal. So quite simple. When you train and do it at speed, there's a lot you need to cram in minimal time, like the open of the body, like the flick of the eyes, okay? Also, you're receiving with movement. You're always directing the ball, okay? You can't just put it in any old place and hope the drill flows. So you're always directing your touches like you would in a match. A good touch puts the ball in a good place. I need to set up all of these passes, so I'm really focusing on where I'm putting the ball. So this is all transferable to what you'll do in your matches and your training. Let's have a little go. And then it's just about repeating. So I'm reasonably happy with that. I can always up the speed. There's always 1% more somewhere. Trying to get all the habits in there, little scans. Blow as well. So if I did this for 20 minutes, I'm going to be working hard physically, I'm working hard technically, I'm getting all the good habits that we want to make permanent in there, and I'm also improving that match fitness. This is absolutely transferable in terms of how sharp you are in a game. How do you work match fitness? It's always spoke about. Really difficult to work your match fitness. Well, it is if you're doing 5Ks or 10Ks. Again, there's a big place for them. and it's great for your fitness overall, but in terms of football, it's not going to help you, whereas these things are. These are your football movements, so if you're practicing these, it is going to help you with your match fitness, so an added bonus. Two more. Straight back into it. Scan, back foot, I'm off. Scan, back foot. Low round the cones. This touch sets my pass up. Scan for my forward pass. Oh, that's frustrating. Good reaction. Last one. Now I've got to try and talk. So I think that's a really intelligent way to train, okay? I've highlighted that I want to strike the ball with my laces at a target, so I've set that up, but I want to make it match realistic. So I'm not just going kick, set another ball up, kick, because that's great when you're learning a technique, but once you've learned it and you're looking to make sure you're consistent with it in a match, it's totally different, because you won't get the opportunity to just go touch into a place, take my time, slow, perfect run up. It's not like that, okay? You've got to get used to performing the technique at speed. You've got to get used to setting the strike up first. What comes before the pass at the end? An open body, I've already scanned for my target, and then a touch out my feet. That all happens before you actually perform the technique. So if you take that all out and then just roll a ball in front of you and hit it lazily, well, don't be surprised that when it comes to the match day, that technique's not working for you, because you've not prepped it right, you've not set it up right, because all you're used to doing, if you're training in the way I used to on my own as a young player, not with a coach's head on, as just a young player who wanted to get better but didn't know how, if you're just used to rolling the ball and striking it, well, yeah, you probably have good outcomes in terms of your accuracy and you're hitting your teammate, great. But then when it comes to the match and you've got less space, less time, your teammate's not necessarily always stood in the same place, you've got to see him, you've got to set your pass up and there's obstacles, it's totally different, and your technique probably won't succeed. So it's about trying to mirror what you do in training and matches, and this is a good way of doing that. Give it a go, let me know what you think. Any other tutorials you'd like to be built in, whether you want to get better at your dribbling, your shooting, particular types of passes, let me know and I can drop it on here. Hope all that helped, and get training.